Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 36, 36. Kill.
5. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Rocket. Go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rocket. Pilot, 64. Hey, Hayward. Ready.
A give, running right, Lindsay. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 soft.
54. All day, dog.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Begin.
Roll out.
Bang.
Go. Snap.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right there. 54, right there.
They'll drop the throw. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Get it.
On the ground, it's Geis. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Watch the out, watch the out. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's pick it up.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ready, set.
33, check flag 33. Hey, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Shoot.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Off to Geis on the screen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
On the double.
33. Check the out, check the out, check the out.
Hut.
Check flag 33, check flag.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We go,
An
we
incomplete
go.
pass on
70.
1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Strong right. Get your swerve on.
Hey, Alpha. And ready.
Check flag 33. It's a party now. Whoa. Mike, check 33. 33.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Ready, ready.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Mike, check 33. 33. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Yo, 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 yo.
Ready, ready.
Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
High 7.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
No gain on this. Snap.
From the 31, block, and that's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Right here, right
Get.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Come on.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
There. Bravo.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming to you.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Hey, exit.
51 to Mike. 51
On first down, it's Lindsey, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
Here's a give to Lindsey running right. That one, a first down pickup of 8. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Now.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Right here.
Ready.
On first down, this is Geis. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll find Lindsey here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let him know.
Yes.
Let him know.
Hey, wahoo! Now.
They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Here we go. 18 Gators.
Here we go.
Hey, echo.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm here all day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Get it.
Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
All right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll drop to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass.
Hey.
33. I got you.
Blue draw quarters.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Go.
Check mark 33. Check mark 33.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike said,
They'll set up a throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
keep playing all day. Woo! Let's get it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Ready?
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Falcons and Saints, they aren't strangers to one another. That's no secret. They were founded 1 year apart back in the 60s, their first meeting in 1967. And neither franchise had much success through the 70s and 80s, but boy, has that changed in recent memory. And the Falcons holding the all-time series advantage 52-48. And one of the more memorable matchups certainly between the two teams. September of 2006, it was a reopening of the Superdome following the devastation from Hurricane Katrina the year prior. The Saints winning that one 23-3. And now they meet here in this one as part of the NFL 100 series.
Set, ready? 10-2 start. Go.
Nice, sweetheart. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, Delta.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
They gonna need some therapy.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
On the deep ball. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey. Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Back to throw here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Don't get nervous.
Look at me. Zipper.
Motion to the backfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Cross the pass.
Hey, exit.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Be careful.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
C6.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Snap.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
60 yours.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Drop deep.
Go.
Mike, 55.
Five.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. And a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards on the ground.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Kill.
Look at me. Go. Get it.
Now a run with Geis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
Let's go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Ready?
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike 54. Hey, that's good.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw here. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and score.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 43-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got
61, matchbox lights.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Ready?
3rd down, here's Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Geis, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Darius Geis denied, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ready? 18 Gator.
54 Mike. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
5.
On first down, Locke. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
It's 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Get it.
Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards.
First down, Saints.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, Mike 53.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Come to my
Go, go.
We want it. Come to my world.
Lock now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Mike.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let's go.
Locked again here on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go.
Now.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Go.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Hey, go.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey, Delta. Yes, yes.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, T. Here I come, here I come.
Hey, Alpha.
Jumping.
Deep rip, deep rip.
Now a handoff. Geis going right. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check 24, check 24. Check.
Hard, hard. Now.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
So we got man.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, high 7.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go one more.
5.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
I got you, boy. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Yo, go, go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Yep.
Motion.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Get it.
Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. On the ball.
2nd and 5. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Pull it together.
Hey, wahoo!
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. I got it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Greystone travel. Go.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
70, Indy. Ready.
Another run by Lindsey. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, switch gears.
Topper! Hey, Echo!
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Mike, check 33. 33. You don't want nothing.
Now!
2nd and 4. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
5.
And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot, and the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do.